How's everybody doing? My name's Mike, and we got Mr. Captain hanging out with us today. So today what we're going to talk about is how to get the dog to stay. What word do we use? So you'll hear a lot of people telling the dog stay. Like, for example, if the dog tried to come off his place bed, a lot of people are going to say stay, stay. When you do that with the dog, you're teaching the dog that there's another part of the command. So if I tell the dog to stay on its place bed, what do I really mean? I mean stay on place. Same thing if I tell the dog to sit. What do I really mean? If I say stay when they're sitting, I mean stay sitting. So any word we tell the dog or teach the dog, we have to give them meaning to that word. So the dog may stay when you ask it to stay, but what you're teaching the dog is that you don't mean when you say place, you don't mean it. Or when you say sit, you don't mean it. They can actually break those commands. And then there's another part you will say, stay, when you actually mean it. Good boy, good place. And we say that to them when they lay down on the bed. So you're actually teaching them that you don't mean what you say. So we want to teach a dog that we mean what we're saying. So what I'm going to do, I got it set up so my dog's in his den, in his crate. So I'm going to call my dog out, and I'm going to let him go to place. And Captain's job is just to simply stay on his bed. That's it. We're using an e-collar with him, so we have a prong and an e-collar. We can use either or on this exercise. The e-collar is nice because that's something we can do from a distance. That's literally how you would do off-leash work, is with an e-collar. So the e-collar is just going to help reinforce things from a distance. So what I'm going to do is set the exercise up right. See, I have his leash right here. I want to take his leash and put it out this way so that, say my dog comes out and he gets off a place, I have a way to physically step on the leash and stop the dog from moving forward. If the dog goes to actually get off a place, I will mark it with no, and then it'll get a correction direction. So it will sound like no, e-collar stem, place. And that's how we get them to learn the meaning of no. If he looks like he's just going to move, I'm going to repeat the word place. So that's how we get them to stay. So if the dog's sitting, we want the dog to stay sitting, we're going to say sit. We're going to remind the dog, sit. And we're actually helping them and avoiding a correction with them. If I remind him place, then he knows, you see, he knows what I'm telling him. I'm telling him stay on that bed. Place is a reminder. I'm reminding you what to do. So he can sit, stand, or lay down on that place bed. If he's laying down, he's most calm. If he's sitting, he's in the middle. If he's standing, then he's most excited, more likely to get off the bed in that sitting position or standing position. That's the best position we could ask for from him right now. That's why we reward them when they lay down on it. So without further ado, I'm going to call my dog out. And again, I'm going to tell the dog to stay by repeating the command place. This is what good communication looks like with the dog, letting him know that we mean what we're telling him, that we mean what we say. When we say place, that means you cannot get off of it. It is an implied stay. With all of these commands, it is an implied stay. Roots, come. And what I'll do is kind of place myself over this way. Place. Place. Good boy, good place, Captain, good place. This is where we can kind of use the names, where when I want to say good place, I can say good place, Captain, good job. So he knows that affection is for him. Also, I'm facing him. It's pretty easy to see. Roots, come. Puss. Place. Then. Good boy. So that's how we work the dogs through there being more than one dog. This is how we work them, is each dog knows he has a job. He knows his job is place. My dog knows his job when I'm giving him commands, telling him to go somewhere. He knows what his job is. If my dog were to stop right here and start sniffing him and investigating him, then that would rile him up and get him excited. And you can see he's excited. That's what the tail wagging means. Roots. Okay. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Attaboy, good boy. See, I didn't even have to give him the place command. Good job, buddy, good place. And even though I give my dog affection, he should still remain on place, and I can remind him, place. Good place, good place. I don't want to give him affection right now because he's so excited with that. Roots. Hey, place. Then, see how he made a move though, and I said, hey, place. I reminded him, that is timing. If I didn't remind him right then, he's going to move. Roots. Puss. Hey, place. No, roots, puss. Sit. See, it's okay for him to be excited. That's fine. As long as he stays on place. That's what his job is right now. Plats. Is to stay on place. No. Plats. So his job is to just remain on place. He's allowed to do whatever he wants on there. He just can't bark, chew on the bed, or do anything like that. So this is how we operate the dogs in the house, is giving them rules and teaching them boundaries. This is a huge part of structure. Without this, without the dog knowing how to remain on place, there's no structure. This is how we create rules and give them jobs. For example, his job is to be on place right now. His job is to be in a down. Okay, and again, it's a down stay. We don't say stay because it's implied to the dog. Roots, puss, place. And see how I can say their name, and so he knows, so they know which one I'm talking to. Roots, puss. Hey, sit. Place. And I can remind him, place. Puss. Sit. Puss. Sit. Place. Good boy. Good place. So that's how we work them. You want to give them a job. You want to have structure in your home. Without these beds, there is no structure. Without the dog being able to stay on the bed, you're going to have a very hard time controlling the dog's impulse. So this is great for impulse training, and this is also, again, how we get them to stay. We repeat the command, place. That's how we get them to stay, is by repeating the command you want them to do.